Imagine being at a party where you know no one except for one very special person you want to impress. What do? Do you approach with a nervous smile, hoping she feels the same instant chemistry as you? What if I told you there are scientifically proven ways to increase your chances of making a meaningful connection, leaving nothing to chance? Today we're going to dive into psychological techniques that not only capture attention, but also create genuine attraction. These aren't cheap tricks. They are methods based on mutual respect and understanding that anyone can use to enhance their social interactions. And stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll reveal a secret tip that could completely transform the way you relate to women. Are you ready to learn how to turn simple encounters into deep connections? Then join me on this exciting journey. 6. The Benjamin Franklin effect. One of the most intriguing and counterintuitive psychological tricks is the Benjamin Franklin effect. The idea behind this phenomenon is that by asking someone for a favor, you actually increase the likelihood of that person liking you. This might sound paradoxical, as we might intuitively think that doing favors is what would make us more liked. However, Franklin discovered that when someone does a favor for you, their mind justifies the act by believing they must like you to have done such a favor. For example, imagine you are at a new job and want to create a good impression and develop positive relationships with your colleagues. Instead of trying to impress them by doing things for them, you might occasionally ask for small favors, such as borrowing a book about a project or sharing some insight into the company's inner workings. These small requests can make your colleagues see you not just as someone reliable, but also as someone worth making an effort for. This technique works because by asking for a favor, you are implicitly expressing your admiration for the other person's competence or resources, which can be flattering. Additionally, the act of helping can make the person feel good about themselves, creating a positive association with you. Of course, it's important that the favors requested are reasonable and that this technique is used sincerely and in moderation, to avoid appearing like you are exploiting others' kindness. So next time you want to strengthen bonds with someone, consider asking for a small favor. You might be surprised at how effective this strategy can be in increasing affinity and mutual trust, rather than just trying to impress through grand gestures. 5. Contagious smile. The power of a genuine smile goes far beyond a simple friendly gesture. It can be a powerful tool in the art of attraction and relationship building. Smiling triggers a positive response in the brain of the beholder, not only improving the perception of friendliness, but also enhancing the charisma of the smiler. Psychological studies, such as those conducted by the University of Wyoming, consistently show that people who smile are perceived as more approachable, reliable, and attractive. Think about the impact of a smile in everyday situations, whether in a job interview, a casual encounter with an acquaintance on the street, or at an important meeting. When you smile, you're sending a subliminal signal of friendship and openness, which can disarm tensions and build bridges in social interactions. For instance, if you are in a coffee shop and see someone interesting, a smile can be the non-verbal invitation that breaks barriers and initiates a conversation. Similarly, in professional environments, a smile can soften the atmosphere, making co-workers feel more at ease to share ideas and collaborate. Moreover, smiling can effectively influence your own mood, thanks to facial feedback. This concept suggests that the act of smiling can actually induce positive emotions, improving your mood and boosting your confidence, which is essential for a successful interaction. Thus, the act of smiling is not just a strategy to positively influence others, but also a means of improving your own psychological disposition. In summary, smiling is an extremely powerful and versatile non-verbal communication tool, which can be used both to enhance your interpersonal interactions and to boost your own emotional well-being. So next time you're looking to make a connection, whether in a personal or professional context, remember that a genuine smile may be your greatest ally. 4. Harness the power of touch. Human touch holds incredible power to strengthen connections and create emotional bonds. In social and romantic contexts, a light and appropriate touch can be a strong signal of interest and comfort. The science behind this is clear. Physical touch releases oxytocin, known as the love hormone, which reduces stress and increases feelings of trust and security among people. It's important, of course, that any touch is consensual and sensitive to the other person's comfort level, to ensure that the communication is positive and well received. Consider everyday situations, such as a meeting with friends or a business gathering. A firm handshake, a light touch on the arm during a conversation, or a friendly pat on the back can reinforce the connection and empathy between parties. For example, during a casual encounter, a gentle touch on the arm while you share a funny story can intensify the exchange, making the experience more memorable and enjoyable for both. Furthermore, in a more intimate context, such as during a date, small gestures like helping someone to settle into a chair with a gentle touch on the back, or a casual touch on the arms while laughing at a joke, can significantly increase attraction and mutual interest. These subtle gestures, when well calibrated, can communicate your interest and appreciation for the other person's company without words. However, the key to using touch effectively is attention to context and the other person's receptiveness. Carefully observing how your touch is received will allow you to adjust your approach, ensuring that the interaction remains comfortable and positive for everyone involved. Non-verbal touches, when used correctly and sensitively, can be a powerful communication tool, capable of deepening relationships in ways that words alone may not achieve. 3. Strategic proximity. Strategic proximity is a powerful psychological concept that can significantly influence the perception of attraction and connection between people. Based on the mere exposure effect, which suggests that simply repeating encounters with someone can increase affection for them, being physically close to someone can subconsciously strengthen bonds and foster positive feelings. This phenomenon occurs because the familiarity generated by frequent physical presence tends to create comfort and security, crucial elements for any relationship development. Consider, for instance, the setup of a workplace. If you're interested in developing a better relationship with a colleague, choosing to sit near them during meetings or in a common area can naturally facilitate more interactions and conversations. Similarly, at social events, positioning yourself so that you can be easily seen and accessed by the person of interest without invading their personal space can increase the chances of casual interactions. This not only boosts visibility, but also creates opportunities for spontaneous engagements that can seem more natural and less forced. Moreover, strategic proximity can be particularly useful in situations like parties or group gatherings, where the ability to be close to the person, while maintaining casual conversation with others around, allows you to become a familiar and trusted face in their social circle. The idea is to be visible and accessible, allowing familiarity to grow organically, and your presence to become a comfortable constant in their social experiences. However, it is essential to use this strategy with sensitivity and respect for others' personal space. Proximity should always be balanced with the awareness that everyone has different levels of comfort with physical closeness. The key is to observe and respond appropriately to non-verbal signs of comfort or discomfort, adjusting your physical presence to ensure that it is welcomed and effective in promoting a positive relationship. Thus, when used correctly, strategic proximity can be a subtle but powerful tool for strengthening personal connections in a respectful and effective manner. 2. Subtle mirroring. Subtle mirroring is a powerful communication technique that, when used appropriately, can significantly increase empathy and connection between people. This technique involves discreetly imitating the gestures, postures, facial expressions, and even the tone of voice of another person during a conversation. Mirroring works because it creates a sense of affinity and mutual understanding, making the other person feel more understood and accepted. It's a form of nonverbal communication that says, "I am like you," enhancing trust and closeness between the parties. Consider a negotiation or a sales meeting, for example. If you notice that your counterpart uses many hand gestures while speaking, incorporating a similar gesture in your own communication can create a subliminal bond and strengthen your persuasion. Similarly, if you are at a casual meeting and notice that the person tilts their head to the side while listening, doing the same subtly can not only show that you are attentive, but also that you are in tune with them. Moreover, mirroring can be effective in everyday situations to smooth conversations and build relationships. For example, if you are trying to comfort a friend, adopting a similar body posture to theirs can make them feel more supported and less alone. This type of physical empathy can be very comforting and powerful in times of emotional need. However, it is crucial that mirroring is done in a discreet and natural manner. If perceived as imitation or mockery, it can have the opposite effect and cause discomfort or suspicion. The key is to be observant and sensitive, adjusting your behavior so that it seems like a genuine response and not a copy. With practice, subtle mirroring can become an integral part of your ability to connect with others, significantly improving your interpersonal interactions in a respectful and empathetic manner. 1. Create scarcity. The notion of scarcity is a well-established psychological technique based on the principle that people tend to value what is rare or hard to obtain more highly. In the context of social and romantic interactions, applying the concept of scarcity can mean moderating your availability, which paradoxically can increase your allure. This does not imply playing hard to get or manipulating others' feelings, but rather cultivating a sense of self-worth and independence that naturally attracts others. For example, if you are used to responding instantly to all messages or are always available for last-minute meetups, considering a more measured approach can change the perception of your value. This might involve choosing not to respond immediately to every message or being less available for casual meetups, thus encouraging the other person to recognize your value more deeply and feel a greater desire for your presence. Moreover, in settings like the workplace or in social circles, maintaining a certain reserve about your innermost thoughts or personal details can also create an aura of mystery and interest. People are naturally drawn to the unknown, and a bit of mystery can encourage others to want to discover more about you, increasing your attractiveness. However, it is crucial that this technique be applied in an ethical and sincere manner. Scarcity should be a reflection of your own busy and rich life, not a calculated strategy to make others feel anxious or insecure. When used correctly, scarcity not only elevates your perception in the eyes of others, but also reinforces the importance of respecting your own time and commitments, which is an attractive quality in itself. Therefore, instead of being always available, consider carefully how and when you engage. This can not only make your interactions more valued, but also help establish more balanced and mutually respectful relationships, where time and attention are seen as the precious resources they truly are. And now, the special tip I promised that will save your life. Secret tip: positive closing. Ending any interaction on a positive note is a powerful technique that not only leaves a lasting impression, but also creates a pleasant expectation for future encounters. This principle, known as the recency effect, suggests that people tend to remember the last parts of an experience more vividly. Therefore, concluding your interactions on a positive note can significantly influence how you will be remembered and perceived. Imagine you're in a business meeting or on a date. Instead of just saying goodbye, you could express gratitude for something specific that happened during the meeting, or share an optimistic comment about the future. For example, if you're in a work meeting, you might conclude with a statement like, "I really appreciated our shared ideas today and I'm looking forward to seeing how they will develop." In a more personal context, such as a date, a comment like, "I had a wonderful evening with you and can't wait to do it again," can make the other person feel valued and excited for next time. These final moments are your last opportunity to reinforce a positive impression and should be treated as a chance to consolidate the shared experience in a joyful and hopeful manner. By expressing genuine appreciation and enthusiasm for the time spent together, you not only elevate the overall mood, but also strengthen the emotional connection, making it more likely that the other person will want to continue the interaction in the future. Moreover, this positive closing doesn't need to be confined to big events or formal meetings. It can be applied to daily interactions, such as a casual conversation with a friend or a brief encounter with a colleague. A simple thank you or "it was great talking to you" can make a significant difference in how your relationships are perceived and maintained. In summary, by paying special attention to how you conclude your interactions, you are not only fostering good relations, but also laying the groundwork for future positive and productive interactions. This small gesture can have a significant impact on building long-lasting and rewarding relationships. These techniques, when used with integrity and mutual respect, can not only make you appear more attractive, but also help build richer and more meaningful relationships. Remember, the key is authenticity and respect. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more content like this. I'll leave a link on the screen to content that will also help you a lot. So click on it and go watch now. Take care.